Hi, my name is Nao Katafuchi, and stay dark and stay gray.
Oh, hello now. I'm very
Hi,
happy to have you on the show.
thank you very much.
I followed your music for quite some time now, and I wanted to ask you if you could maybe tell something about yourself, how you came. You live
Yeah,
in Germany now, no?
yeah, I'm in Germany.
So
Yeah,
how did this happen that you came from
so
Japan to Germany?
Japan to New York to Germany.
To New York? Okay, good.
So yeah, it's a quite long story, but when I grew up in Japan, I guess I have to explain maybe how I end up in doing this music, I guess.
Yes, this
And
is very interesting.
yeah, when I was a kid, it was at in the early '80s, and I guess most of the music around that time, the majority of I would say top 40 music. I mean, it's all was synthesizers in it, and so it was natural for me to kind of get into listening to any songs. I mean, it's every band has had synthesizers on it. I mainly wanted to become a guitar player because synthesizer is totally unaffordable. But when I go to yeah, I used to go to this local music shop and stay for hours and becoming friends with the one of the seller guy. And so he just let me stay, and I just try out the guitars, and there was a synthesizers too. So I play around on Roland and Korg, but still it was very expensive. It's totally not affordable for a teenager kid. And later on, I found out that this store guy let me stay because he eventually wanted me to buy something. Since then, I'm always I was more into guitar music because I want to kind of rock out. Yeah, I had a synthesizer too. Eventually, in the end of '80s, that when people are getting rid of analog synthesizers and the price went down. So I finally able to get Roland synthesizers, and so with I experimented with my 4-track cassette recorder with a guitar and synthesizers, and also drum machine, and see what I can make. So that was in New York already. Yeah, around 2010, I went into. I discovered the local scene of the weird records. So I just go there every week, and my very first friend was Marshall Cantrell, Sean, and he's opened up everything for me. Sort of that I'm still appreciated. Yeah, it's great because it's in at the weird parties, and you just meet every entire weird records catalog guys. Yeah, that I asked, and just always hanging out. Void Vision. Sometime Tobias Bernstrup comes by. Friends were touring Europe, so I just followed. Sort of, okay, I have to play Europe in Europe, and I did a few small tours. Also, I asked that Sean Marshall Cantrell to like, oh, where should I play? And I just followed his recommendation, the cities, like Praha, Budapest, Vienna, Valencia. And yeah, after I visited and toured a few times, then I start meeting people in this area too, in Germany. My first friend was Frank, the organizer. At that time, he was organizer for the Minicade Festival. eventually he booked me on a Minikei festival. But anyway, then every time I visit here, then I, meet more friends. Then also I realized that scene here is a real deal. It's been going on for like over 30 years. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can move. And also I lived in New York City for 24 years.
Ah, so long.
So, yeah, then so I'm kind of fed up with many things. The scene that after the Weird Records party ended, there used to be the party for the WT Records. They used to have a gathering every Thursday. And Sunday, Veronica was Minimal Wave. She was always doing her radio show, which was in my neighborhood too. So I, could go stop by and say hello. And that's all ended. The community is kind of lost.
Yeah, but what happened? They outgrew it, or they went to other music directions, or what happened?
I don't know. So after the Weird, they, there's following events called Nothing Changes, and they're still going on.
So when did you move to Germany?
2015. So almost it's just about 4 years ago, around this time.
And to which city? To which place?
At Münster.
Münster.
Is close from Düsseldorf. Yeah, after I met many people here, and I thought I can move here. There's no underground scene in Münster, so it's only like Minikei festivals, and there's another festival called Zigzag and Neon Licht. Most of the stuff is happening in the neighbor cities like Bochum, Oberhausen. Also, as a musician, I think it's good to, in this location, you can travel to Spain, or Berlin is 4 hours.
Do you also speak German?
Yeah, I speak foreign German.
Yeah, it's good enough, no?
Yeah, no, I always call it foreign German.
But I think in Münster you are more forced to use German, no?
Yeah.
In Berlin everybody speaks English.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's kind of culture kind of fits me very well, I guess, because of its. I spent most of my life, not most of it. I lived in the U.S., New York City, for the longest in my life. Germans, sort of like a bit like between Japanese and American, and so it kind of fits me pretty well. And
yeah, I can imagine. It's also this a little bit distant but polite.
Yeah, very polite. Sometimes I'm kind of grumpy when I meet with people. I was like, but here it's kind of fine. Very first time when you meet people, sort of there's a wall. It's not like an American way that it's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Good. Now you recently released a new album.
Yes.
It's Stahlgrau.
Stahlgrau.
So it's steel gray.
Yeah, steel gray. It's the color of this weather right here, right now.
It's a very nice album. I recently had it on repeat, and I see it's a bit how to say it, a bit not harsher but a bit darker than what you've done before, no?
I always wanted to create some moody, darker songs, and also I was a bit annoyed for the people that kind of label me as a Japanese synthpop. And I was like, how dare you call me Japanese synthpop? I sometimes used to receive that message from people that, I really like your Yumegoto album. I mean, that EP. It reminds me like a Japanese anime, blah, blah, blah. And like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, it's not. This album was made after I moved here in Germany. So it's all the scene here is I got really strong influence from the scene around here, which is they love like minimal dark wave. I just wanted to create my own world, basically, and I just wanted to didn't want to sound like anyone else.
You had some collaborations on this new album?
Yes.
Also with Cellophane, for example.
Yeah,
no?
yeah, that was it's a miracle. It happened. Yeah. I'm really grateful. I have to push Joanna several times. We've met beforehand, so we knew each other, and I stayed at their place when I played in Athens. Sent her message and sent her a song, and she was like, "Okay, let me see what I can do." And then it didn't happen for a while. I had to wait. Because also they were touring, and also Fabrica is also releasing other things. So then I saw them with the Lebanon Hanover in Oberhausen. When I talked to them, and Dimitris came up to me and said, I'm sorry, like, I'm going to record Joanna's voice, and it was really nice, actually. He's like, one of the really sweetest person. So I just like waited until like, okay, no pressure, anytime, when you guys have time. And then one day, she sent me the file.
How is the response to the album? I think people are very positive about it, no?
Yeah, I'm very. It's great that I many people respond to different songs. That's actually great.
Yeah, that's a good sign, I think.
Yeah, because I'm only promoted that first single song with Joanna singing, but many people I get respond for other songs.
Except music, what is something you really like to do?
I'm really into cooking and eating, or modifying synthesizers sometimes. But that's sort of the music category, right? Yeah, going to cafe.
That's good.
Oh yeah, I saw the photo earlier. I saw the photo of your city. It's very beautiful.
Košice.
Yeah.
Yeah, please come.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. It's kind of similar from here, but it's it looks a bit older, I guess. Because here it's like 80% of the city got bombed.
Košice was unscathed from the war.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's actually all from my side. Do you have something to add for the end?
I'm going to play. Next gig is Vienna, and I'm going to play Vienna and Zagreb.
You can try in Bratislava when you're in Vienna already.
Yes, that's true too. I don't have direct contact to Bratislava.
I will give you some contacts after.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm going to play in Japan too. I have to go visit Japan in November to see my elderly parents.
You spend most of your life in New York. Now you're in Europe.
Yep.
How is the resonance to your music in Japan? Do they know you?
Oh, not some very limited people. Right, yeah, the Japan has totally different scene. There's no scene, actually.
Nao Katafuchi, thank you very much for this talk.
Thank you very much.
Let's stay in contact.
Yes.
Hope to talk to you soon again.
Yeah, it's very nice to talking to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.